Hello, guys. Good afternoon. Welcome back to the channel once again, and I'm still your host, Don Boogie Don Sports. I'm really sorry. It's been a very long time. We have not been here to entertain you guys, but finally we are back today, being Monday, the 17th day of March, 2025, and we are really packed today. We have a lot of packed football stories for you today. Unfortunately, we didn't include any other sports apart from football today. So we'll serve you football right from home, from Nigeria down to the Super Eagles, down to Africa. Then we extend to the rest of the world, what happened over the weekend in all the leagues around the world. Then we extend to MLS and the Saudi Pro League for the fans of Ronaldo and Messi. So today is really packed, and towards the end of the show, we'll also do a preview of the qualifiers for the Super Eagles of Nigeria as they take on Rwanda and Zimbabwe. So stay with us today and be entertained. So without wasting much of your time, we dive straight into the stories making the rounds at home in Nigeria. So where do we start? Where do we start in Nigeria? We'll start, of course, with the Npfl. We'll start with the Npfl, and we are going to tell you guys what happened over the weekend, the results we have from the Npfl over the weekend. Without wasting much of your time, it is match day 29 in the MPFL this season, match day 29, and the league kicked and the weekend kicked off with Niger Tornadoes beating Castina United 1-0. Then on Saturday, we had Rangers beating Kwara United 3-0 down there in Enugu. Then on Sunday, we had the other matches. That is Kano Pillars drawing at home with Nasarawa United 1-1. El Kanemi Warriors losing at home to Rivers United 2-1. Abia Warriors beating Bendel Insurance 1-0. Bayosa United beat Lobby Stars 1-0. This now has seen Lobby Stars not getting a win in their last 12 games. They have just picked only 4 draws, which accounts for 4 points for them, for Lobby, and that's a very bad run for Lobby Stars, who lost there away to Bayosa United. Aqua United beating Shooting Stars 2-0. Remo Stars beating Heartland of Owerri 2-0. Then Ikorodu City drawing at home to Enyimba 2-2. And today we have the last match taking place, which is Sunshine Stars up against Plateau United. Remo Stars are not backing down. They are not backing down. They are still up there trying to maintain their lead. Unfortunately for Rivers United, that win has seen Remo Stars extend their lead to 8 points on the table. They are 8 points on the table. They are leading the MPFL with just 9 games to go. 9 games to go. And they are not going to back down. Rivers United are giving them a very good run. A very good run. They are not going to back down. So let's see how that pans out at the end of the MPFL. It's just match 29. 9 more matches to the end of the season. And on second place is Rivers United, like I said earlier. Remo Stars at 57 points. Rivers United have 49. Rangers International have 45 points on third. Then on fourth is Ikorodu City. A surprise package there, Ikorodu City, with 45 points leveled with Enugu Rangers. Then bottom of the league on 20th is Lobby Stars. Lobby Stars, they have finally placed Nasarawa United with their current 12 games winless run with just 4 points picked from those 12 games. Then Aqua United 19th with 31 points. Lobby Stars on 23 points. Sunshine Stars on 32 points. They are 18th. And Nasarawa United on 17 has 33 points. So that's it for the MPFL. And for the news in the MPFL, we have that one player has gone AWOL, and the name of the player is Jackson Seliaifa. Jackson Seliaifa of Rivers United has been declared AWOL. He has gone AWOL. According to the media officer of Rivers United, they said that he claimed to be sick. He claimed to be sick. And after investigation, they found out that there is no evidence. There is no evidence that he is sick. And according to reports, the guy has moved on to join Ojodu City FC. He joined the City FC without informing his club, Rivers United. And Rivers United have reported the matter to the Npfl and the NFF. The guy has breached his contract with Rivers United. That's a very bad one. To tell your club that you are sick, and after consultations they found out that you are not sick, you have left the club to go and sign for another club without clearance from your home, your parent club, is a very very bad thing from the player. And we hope that the law takes its place, takes action on this. And Rangers international goalkeeper Lucky Jimo Abdullahi has kept his 14th clean sheet in 29 games. 14 clean sheets in 29 games. He's leading the race for the Golden Glove. We should have seen that. I hope that this guy will make it to the Spigos, because keeping 14 clean sheets in 29 games is no beans. He's almost keeping like half of the clean sheets in the games you have played. A very nice one for the guy. Then from there, from the Npfl will move into the matters making the rounds. The matters making the rounds. Where do we stop if not with the Super Eagles? We'll stop with the Super Eagles. And the past week, we saw the 23-man list, which was cut down from 39. 23-man list released by the coach Eric Chell for the qualifiers, the World Cup qualifiers coming up this Friday and on Monday. And on the list for the goalkeepers, we have Stanley Nwabali, Amos Obasogi, and Kayode Bankole. In defense, we have William Trust Ekong, Bright Osai Samuel, Bruno Onyemechi, Calvin Bassey, Ololuwa Aina, Igor Obu. And in midfield, we have Wilfred Ndidi, Rafael Onyedika, Al Hassan Yusuf Abdullahi, Alex Iwobi, Joseph Aribo, Papa Daniel Mustafa in midfield. And this last guy is the guy making the rounds for but we'll get to that. He's a controversial name in the team. We'll get to that. And for the forwards, we have Samuel Chukwueze, Victor Osimhen, Ademola Lookman, Victor Boniface, Simon Moses, Sadiq Umar, Tolu Arokodare, and then Nathan Tyler, who incidentally was replaced after he got injured few days ago. So that's it for the Super Eagles list. And from that list, we have a lot of controversies coming up. From that list, a lot of controversies coming up from the list. And where do we start to tackle the issue? For the Super Eagles, where do we start to tackle the issues? There are reports that a lot of fans are not happy seeing Cyril Dessers, Okoye, Maduka, Onyeka, Frank, Osho, and Dele Bashiru not making the squad from the 39-man list. But according to reports from ongoal.ng, says that one of the staff from the Super Eagles coaching crew have come out to say that according to what is on ground by Erichel, he has his own ways for not including the players. For example, Cyril Dessers is 30, and Arokodare is a much younger player. So according to him, Erichel preferred to start with the much younger player than Cyril Dessers, who is also 30. And for Maduka Okoye, he made an excuse that Maduka Okoye is just returning from a wrist injury, so he expects him to heal before coming into the team. The same thing happening to Dele Bashiru. According to him, he said Dele Bashiru is still coming back from injury, so he expects him to heal before he calls him up. So that's why we didn't see someone like Dele Bashiru and Maduka Okoye. Then coming to Frank Onyeka, the excuse made for Frank Onyeka is that he doesn't see Frank Onyeka he doesn't see him taking out the kind of tactics he wants to play in these two games. He sees Hassan Yusuf and Papa Daniels as players who fit into his system more, the position type of system more than Frank Onyeka. So that's why we didn't see Frank Onyeka. The same thing happening to the same thing with Gabriel Osho, who is a defender. According to him, he said he prefers Obu to Gabriel Osho because of his tactical abilities, that because of the tactics he wants to play. So he prefers Obu to Osho being in the team. Then we have also news coming out that Crisanto Suche asked for him to be excluded from the team, but the guy has come out to say that he didn't say such. He didn't say such. He wants to play for the Super Eagles. He really wants to play for the Super Eagles. So he has come out to debunk all the news making the round that he told the coach that he doesn't want to play for the Super Eagles. Then from there, what other news is making the rounds for the Super Eagles for this list? We look at this. Okay, in the case of Papa Daniels, a lot of fans have come out to question the color for Papa Daniels, who has not played in the last 5 games in the Npfl. They have been asking what really inspired this guy to be in the team ahead of Frank Onyeka. And like you know, the coach has said that he prefers the guy with the way he wants to play his position type of football. He prefers the guy to Frank Onyeka. But fans are asking, why name this guy? Is he the only player to be named when there are a lot of stars in the MPFL? So who is left for us to see in the coming days, and what this man will do with the player, what the man will do with the squad in the coming days. And like I said earlier, Nathan Tale has been replaced by Toro Ariagan. Jordan Toro Ariagan has replaced Nathan Tale in the team. He picked up a knock in the last weekend game in the Bundesliga. So the defender has replaced the striker in the team. So we have one more addition to our defense. So let's see what is going to happen over there. What is going to happen over there when Nigeria take on Rwanda on Friday and Zimbabwe on Monday. So from there we'll move to the Super Eagles players making the rounds. And where do we start if not with Victor Osimhen? Victor Osimhen signed off for this international break with a hat-trick for Galatasaray as they beat Atalanta 4 goals to nothing. Victor sealing it off with a hat trick. And in the EPFL, we also saw we also saw Paul Onuachu tapping in close range there for Southampton in the Premier League. Also for the Super Eagles, one of our players have sealed a move to Italy, and his name is Fisayo Dele Bashiru, who is on loan at Lazio. At Lazio, finally, the news making the rounds is that Lazio has completed a move for the guy for 5.4 million euros for him to be permanent there at Lazio. His performances for Lazio has really improved, and the club is not they are not going to lose him. So they have completed the move, 5.4 million euros for Fisayo Dele Bashuru. Then from there we'll move to Africa. What is the news? What are the news making the rounds in Africa? In Africa, over the weekend we saw the over the week we saw CAF hold their annual general meeting, which saw them elect Dr. Patrice Motsepe as the CAF president. So he's returning back again for another 4 years. Motsepe is returning back for another 4 years as the CAF president. And for the event also, the FIFA president Gianni Infantino was also there to witness this historical moment for Africa. So we wish Dr. Patrice Motsepe congratulations from here, and we hope that the next 4 years will be an improvement. We'll see an improvement in African football. Also, we have already seen an improvement in the last 4 years that he has been there as the president. We saw an increase in the viewership of AFCON. In the last AFCON, we had over 180 countries watching the AFCON. So we hope that this next 4 years will be a very good one for him and an improvement to our sports here in Africa. So From Africa, where do we move? We move to Europe, and in Europe, where else do we start? We start with the EPL. We start with the EPL. And with the EPL, we'll tell you that Mohamed Salah has won the February Player of the Month. He has clinched the February Player of the Month. And David Moyes has also clinched the Premier League Manager of the Month there. So the award goes to the Merseyside, the red side and the blue side. And from there, we talk about the results of what happened in the EPL, results of what happened in the EPL. And in the EPL, where do we start? Where do we start in the EPL? Where do we start in the EPL? So the results are here, and this is what we have for you from the EPL. Everton started the weekend playing 1-1 at home with West Ham. Ipswich lost at home to Nottingham Forest 2-4. Manchester City drawing at home to Brighton 2-2. And Southampton, our brother there, Paul Onwachu, getting 1 goal for Southampton, with them losing 2 to Wolves. Then Bournemouth lost at home to Brentford 1-2. Then Arsenal winning the all-important game, the London Derby against Chelsea 1-0. The goal from Merino there to seal the deal for Arsenal. Then Fulham also winning the London Derby there at home to Tottenham Hotspur 2-0. Then the last game for the EPL this weekend saw Manchester United, inspired by Bruno Fernandes, winning Leicester City 3-0 away from home. And this is how the EPL table looks like. Liverpool on top after 29 games with 70 points. Arsenal chasing closely with 12 points adrift on 58 points. Then Nottingham Forest on 54 points. Chelsea in fourth with 49 points. And for the relegation battle has seen Southampton on 20th with just 9 points. They are relegation bound. It's obvious they are relegation bound. And 8 points above them is Leicester City on 17 and Ipswich, who are on 18 on 17 points. So from there, we also tell you the biggest news in EPL this morning came in that Puma and the EPL have reached an agreement starting from next season. Puma will be the official ball supplier of the Premier League. So the partnership with Nike is ending this season. So congratulations to EPL and congratulations to Puma. We hope to get the best of balls from you guys starting from next season. So from the EPL, we'll move into the La Liga, and in the La Liga, so for the La Liga, we'll pick the important matches, which are as follows: Real Madrid beating Villarreal 2-1 away from home, inspired by Kylian Mbappe. He's on 20 goals. He's on 20 goals already in La Liga. He's hotting up for the young man. He's really turning up for Real Madrid this season. And where else do we put a stop? We stop in the most important game of the game week 28, which saw Barcelona coming down from 2-0 to win 4-2 away to Atletico Madrid. It was a very fierce match, but thanks to inspiration from the Barca players who turned it around to win 4-2. So what does the La Liga table look like? At the end of match day 28, the La Liga table looks like this. Barcelona with 60 points after 27 games. So they are 1 game adrift of Real Madrid. Real Madrid, after 28 games, have 60 points, also tied with Barcelona. And Atletico Madrid, after 28 games, have 56 points. On fourth is Athletic Club Bilbao, after 28 games, have 52 points. Then for the relegation battle, For the relegation battle, we have Real Valladolid, bottom of the league after 28 games with 16 points. Then UD Las Palmas on 19th after 28 games with 25 points. Then CD Leganes after 28 games with 27 points. So that's it for La Liga. That's it for La Liga. Where do you pitch our stop again? We pitch our stop at the Serie A. The Serie A. Pitch our stop at Serie A. So what happened in Serie A over the weekend? We'll pick the most important games, which is the AC Milan. AC Milan picking up a 2-1 win over Como FC. Over Como FC. The match was so iconic when Dele Alli was shown a red card. He was shown a red card, and it was a very emotional game for him and for some of the AC Milan players, like Kai Walker, who was seen trying to beg the referee not to issue the red card to Dele Alli. And at the end of the day, it is what it is. Cesc Fabregas, the coach of Como FC, also got emotional, which see him rant out at the referee. He also got a red card in the game, and the heartwarming thing on that game is seeing Kai Walker, an opponent, trying to stop the referee from giving Dele Alli. We all know the story of Dele Alli, how he came from depression to sort out himself and trying to get his career back with Como and making a debut for the club only to see him getting red carded. It was an emotional sight, and at the end of the day, we saw Dele Alli trying to chat up with Loftus Cheek and asking. They were just trying to clear the air, and we saw lots of love from the two of them who tried to reconcile what happened on the pitch. So from there, we'll move to Napoli. Napoli dropping a very precarious point away to Verona 0-0. Then Juventus lost away to Fiorentina 3 goals to nothing. Then the most important match, first against third, was Inter Milan beating Atlanta away from home 2 goals to nothing. Lautaro Martinez inspired performance for Inter Milan. So the table, what does the table look like? After 29 games, Inter Milan topping with 64 points. They have gone 3 points clear of Napoli there in Serie A. Napoli with 61 points, Atlanta with 58 points, Bologna fourth with 53 points. Bottom of the league is Monza with 15 points, Verona with 20 points on 19th, then Empoli on 18th with 22 points. So that's it for the top leagues in Europe and what happened over the weekend. So from there, we'll move to Asia for the fans of Cristiano Ronaldo to pick out 1 or 2 matches that happened over there in the Saudi Pro League. And where do we start from? We start with Al Ittihad winning Al Riyadh 2 goals to 1. Then from there, we pick out the Al Nassr. Al Nassr beating Al Colado 3 goals to 1. Cristiano Ronaldo scoring in that game also. Then we also see Al Hilal. Al Hilal picking a 2-0 win away from home to maintain their lead on the top of the table. So what does the Saudi Pro League table looks like? It looks like this. Al Ittihad, after 25 games, are on 61 points. They are on 61 points. Al Hilal, after 25 games, are on 57. Then Al Nassr in third are on 51 points there in the Saudi Pro League. Then from there, we'll move over to the MLS. For the Messi fans. How does it happen in the MLS? In the MLS, a lot of games happen, like you can see a lot of games there going down, but we'll pick the Inter Miami game, which saw a Messi inspiration from 1 goal down to win 2-1 for Inter Miami. It has also seen Inter Miami back on top They are back on top with 10 points, topping the Eastern Conference with 10 points. They are top of the league there, Inter Miami. And with 3 wins and 1 draw, I've seen Inter Miami start their best ever. I've seen them register their best ever start in the club history. They have not lost after 4 games. 3 games won and 1 draw in 4 games. That's a very good one for Inter Miami. So that's it for the leagues. For the leagues in Europe and around the world. Then from there, we talk about the Super Eagles. We do a preview of the games coming up for the Super Eagles. So for the Super Eagles, the camp officially opened this morning, Monday, the 17th day of March. The camp officially opened and all the officials have arrived. All the officials have arrived in Kigali. So they will be arriving in Rwanda. No time to arrive in Nigeria. So they all moved to Rwanda. And all the officials arrived yesterday night, which is Sunday. So the players in camp already are Victor Osimhen, Bruno Onyemaechi, and Papa Daniels are already in camp. Kayode Bankole also in camp there for the Super Eagles. So like you all know, the match is coming up. It's coming up on Friday. It's coming up on Friday, 5 p.m. Nigeria versus Rwanda. So let's do a short preview for the game. Like I said earlier, Rwanda are topping the table the table in Group C. You have Rwanda, South Africa, Benin, Lesotho, Nigeria, and Zimbabwe. But unfortunately, Nigeria are fifth, second to the last, with just 3 points. The 3 points coming from 3 draws in 4 games. They gathered three draws, lost 1 in the 4 games we have already played, and we have an opportunity to make it to the World Cup with these 2 matches. If we fail to win these 2, I bet you we'll be kissing our World Cup qualification goodbye. And the first game will be coming up against Rwanda, who are top of the table already with 7 points, winning 2, losing 1, and drawing 1. Second on the table is South Africa with the same 7 points. Benin, third with the same 7 points. Lesotho are fourth with 5 points. And the whipping boys in the group are Zimbabwe. They have just picked 2 draws. They are last with 2 points, just 1 point below the Super Eagles. So the Super Eagles have everything to lose in this game if they don't turn up. So we pray that they turn up in this game against Rwanda, which is coming up on Friday in Kigali, Rwanda. So if they can pick a maximum 3 points there, I think we can start our fight back. 6 points will see us level, will see us move to 9 points, and that will see us maybe topping the league or being second. It's a considerable something as we are fighting to be at the 2026 World Cup. So we wish them all the best as they play on Friday and on Monday against Zimbabwe, the whipping boys here at home in New York. So we hope that they can pick the next 6 points. For the coach, I just hope he makes his selections right. For me, I have players who I think should start this game. Stanley Nwabali, of course, should be starting in goal on Friday. Olaena, Ekong, Basi, and Bruno Onyemaechi should be there in our defense. Ndidi, Frank Onyeka, and Alex Iwobi should be managing our midfield. Then in attack, Lookman, Osimhen, and Simon Moses should be the men pushing the attack. For me, I think with this lineup, we are good to tear down any team. We are good to tear down any team. So I just wish them well. I just love the selection the coach did by naming at least 1 player from the Npfl in each position of the pitch. So good one for them, and I wish Eric Shell good. What happened in this game is that most people are looking out to see what will happen in this game to bash or to praise Eric Shell. But I will say from my own perspective, no matter what happens in these 2 games, it won't really change his position. He will still be the coach. So for me, I'm looking at the AFCON, which is coming up in June, July this year. That's where I will sit down and judge this man and judge whatever, to know if he is really, really strong and ready to take up the Super Eagles. That's why I cried bitterly when they moved the CHAN tournament, because the CHAN tournament would have given us an insight of what this man is going to bring to the team. We would have seen him prepare the CHAN Eagles. We would have seen his tactics, see what he can bring. But when the CHAN games were moved, I was really, really bitter. So these two games will not be enough to really, really assess him. So I just hope that he picks up the maximum 6 points, because it will do him a lot of good as we are going for the AFCON tournament at the end of the league season. So I wish them all the best, and I hope that we will be smiling on Friday and on Monday. And that's where we come to the end of the program today. I hope you are all being entertained and informed. I still remain your host, Ikemifnatuebuda, and I do beg you all to please like, share, and subscribe. Share to your friends. We are here to stay. We are here to bring sports to your doorsteps. Anywhere you have missed it, we are here to bring it and break it down for you. So from me and my crew, I say bye bye to you guys and see you next week. Hopefully, God keeping us. We will be smiling and talking of how Super Eagles have picked up the maximum points against Rwanda and how they will pick up the points against Zimbabwe. Thank you and bye bye from us here.